What is up? कैसे हैं आप? Oof, we're very close to IAT, aren't we? Are you even giving the IAT exam? Anyway, this video welcomes everybody. IAT, हाँ सर एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट है ना? 9 जून को एग्जाम है, मेरे सर के ऊपर लिखा हुआ है। Well, आज का डेट मेरे सर के ऊपर लिखा हुआ है। एग्जाम है 9 जून को। कहाँ है वो? अच्छा, that's right there. Okay. And hall tickets have been available since the 1st of June, जिस दिन हमने पहला सेशन किया था IAT के बारे में, I think. Right? Where we did the 2023 का solution. That was on Saturday. And today is आज कौन सा? आज Thursday है. Yeah, we are doing last week का last sprint on IAT. Maybe you're not going to be watching this live. Maybe you watch this 1 year later because आपको और कोई अच्छा solution मिला ही नहीं of IAT के previous year papers में. This is where we are at. This is where we are at. June 9th को exam है. कहाँ जाना है आपको? IAC, IIT मद्रास, specifically एक course जहाँ पे है कौन सा course? What is the course? It was bachelor's in, how was it? Engineering and medical sciences, right? That was very cool course. We done that video. देख लेना उसमें, हाँ, same playlist में 2024 exam ये सब चीजें हैं और IIT एग्जाम ये आईसर्स तो है, आईसर्स तो है। सो पहले लेट्स डू 2022 के PYQs। येलो तो येलो पे नहीं दिखेगा, लेट्स यूज अ डिफरेंट कलर। हाउ अबाउट दिस वन? PYQs of 2022, but but with the updated syllabus of 2024। ओके, मतलब कि कुछ चीजें जो सिलेबस में आपके नहीं है अभी, वो चीज मैं नहीं करूंगा, मैं हटा दिया है, ठीक है? बट वी आर गोना डू दिस, एंड द रीजन आई एम मेकिंग दिस इज टू फोल्ड। वन इज कि अगर आपका एग्जाम है 9th को और आपने ये नहीं देखा है, देन यू शुड सी इट। एंड दूसरा, अगर आप प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर इट फॉर लेटर आगे भी, देन दिस गोना बी यूजफुल फॉर यू एज वेल। ऑलराइट, डेफिनेटली आदित्य, जरूर करेंगे, क्यों नहीं करेंगे। तुषार जी प्रणाम, हाय आदित्य। श्योर, नेक्स्ट वीक पॉसिबली, या नेक्स्ट वीक व्हेन आई विल डू बिट सेट। आई एम आल्सो डूइंग नेस्ट, NEST, मंडे को। अरे यार ये लोग है फिर से, मंडे को हम लोग नेक्स्ट करने वाले हैं। अभी लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दिस IAT। मंडे को होगा नेक्स्ट, भारी पेपर है भाई, नेक्स्ट करने में मजा आ गया, राइट? नेक्स्ट पेपर इज ऑन मंडे, दैट वाज अ फन पेपर टू डू। खैर, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड, शुरू किया जाए। एंड आई फील दैट IAT का भी जो, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, मुश्किल है, डिफिकल्टी लेवल हैज reduced in 2023। 22 paper was quite interesting. Let's see the first question right here. The products of the reaction between, it's an interesting question, between aqueous solutions of K4FeCN6 and half H2O2 peroxide. What does peroxide do? Well, it can act as a reducing agent and an oxidizing agent. But in this case, because अगर हम लोग Fe का oxidation state निकाल लें, it's usually going to be what? Either +2 or +3. Now, depending on which state it's at, if it's 2, it will go to 3. If it's 3, it'll go back to 2. But this is unlikely. Most likely it's this way. Yeah, मतलब 2 to 3 जा रहा है। तो अगर ये ऑक्सीडाइज हो रहा है तो वो रिड्यूस हो जाएगा। रिड्यूस हो गया, क्या होगा? रिड्यूस मतलब इट विल गो फ्रॉम -1 to 0। दिस इज अ क्विक 15-20 सेकंड वे ऑफ डूइंग इट, बट इफ दैट्स टू क्विक फॉर यू, विल डू इट, आराम से ठीक से करेंगे। Are you able to see me and hear me, right? I should have asked that पहले। Yeah, all good. Give me a thumbs up अगर that's all right। Yeah, मेरी आवाज साफ आ रही है, दिख रहा हूँ मैं साफ साफ। Yeah, yeah, Aditya, I'd say it's significantly higher than JEE main actually। 23 के JEE main के लेवल का थोड़ा ऊपर था, 24 का भी। लेट्स सी कैसा होगा 23 में। या ओके, श्योर, सिमिलर टू JEE main। ओके, या आदित्य, आई कैन अग्री विथ यू राइट नाउ। नेक्स्ट काफी ऊपर है JEE main के लेवल पे, बट यस, IAT इज अ लॉट लाइक JEE main। बट सी, इसमें भी थोड़ा दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा। वन आइडिया इज दिस, बट उसके बाद देयर आर टू ऑप्शन दैट आर वेरी क्लोज टू ईच अदर। देखो, ये दोनों में सेम है, बट ये कुछ अलग है। व्हाट इज दिस अबाउट? वील सी। This again has the same compound. In fact, all of these have the same compound. This extra OH looks a little shady, so we're going to skip this. And CN bahar nikalna, I don't see that. I'm going to remove D for now. Okay, let's see क्या होता है। Oxygen का oxidation state negative आना, you can figure that out very quickly। Fe 6 into -1 cyanide की वजह से is equal to -4 because K4 FeCN6, so you get Fe to be +2। So there we go। Fe जा रहा है +2 से +3 में। Are you guys solving this question? कोशिश तो करो यार, कोशिश करो। Trying is important, right? If this goes from +2 to +3, oxygen जाएगा -1 to -2। This is getting reduced, this is getting oxidized। Redox हमेशा साथ में होता है। Keeping that in mind, +3 oxidation state इस इन दोनों में है, and either H2 or O2, that generally happens with superoxides। Okay, yes, अगर आपने थोड़ा बहुत JDL पढ़ा है, और even in NCERT, if you do see superoxides, that's when you get oxygen and H2 and all of that। That's not happening here, यहाँ पे नहीं हो रहा है। So I'm going to get done with these two। तो इन दोनों में से देखना है होगा क्या। अब this is a little confusing, isn't it? Because we've got this O2, O-2 मतलब पानी बन रहा है, और क्या बन रहा है? एंड आई ऑल्सो हैव Fe3+, मतलब कि FeCN6 3-, ये दोनों आयन्स बन गए सोल्यूशन में। अब पानी होगा या KOH? See, this is what makes this question interesting. पानी तो है ही, K plus ions भी in solution में, they will immediately react to give you KOH. And to be honest, whether they react or don't react, they'll stay in solution, right? देखो, what is KOH? They will not. This reaction is not going to happen. ठीक है? मतलब this is a bad way of writing this. To be honest, अगर K plus ions है और वो पानी को देखेंगे, it will basically become K plus and OH minus. It will make the solution basic, is all I'm saying. ठीक है? ये combine नहीं करेगा. This is not a weak base, it's a very very strong base. ठीक है? तो ये this is going to have K plus and OH minus ions. So this question is a little weird, but this is a more relevant answer. Okay, A is a more relevant answer right here. ठीक है? मालती, hey Optimus, welcome bro. मालती, नाम ले लिया आपका. You have doubts? Go to my Discord server, ask as many doubts as you like. You see, on this pinned comment, yeah, there's a bento link. भाई सुन ले मेरी बात, stop spamming. Go there, join the Discord server, join Telegram groups, ask as many doubts you like. Abhi, I'm talking about this paper. Let's discuss this. So interesting first question to start off with. ठीक है? And if you want to get the app, the next link right now, the pinned comment पे है. Get the Byju's app, Aakash Byju's app. If you want to see visualizations that are awesome. And all these actually colors जो है we're talking about, सब कुछ आपको देखने को मिलेगा. This is very nice, you know, not simulation but actual experiments also that we've done. Color की बात करते हुए, for the colorless complex MH2O6N plus, where M is a 3D transition metal, the correct ground state of d electron configuration of M is what? Colorless कब होगा? Colorless तब होगा जब ये diamagnetic होगा. Diamagnetic किस केस में हो सकता है? One is there is some strong field ligand that is causing pairing. What is pairing? Pairing तब होती है जब pairing energy is less than splitting energy. And I'm assuming कि there is octahedral because tetrahedral की normally कम होती है splitting energy, right? तो इसकी splitting energy ज़्यादा होती है. That's one way. Or you've got a fully filled orbital, right? That's what's happening. And interestingly, यहाँ पे सब जगह T2G और EG लिखा है. मतलब हम लोग octahedral की ही बात कर रहे हैं. Okay, this is just basics, just really basic. If you did not have this, you would have T, 2 and E. Okay, उल्टा हो जाता, ये तो normal, sorry. It would be T2 and E. That would be the energy level. That's a splitting in tetrahedral. खैर, यहाँ पे because there is T2G and EG, this is octahedral. So which case it is? It's a definitely second case. Fully filled orbital हमको निकालना है. Not this. It is not strong field ligand. So what do you think the answer is going to be? Thank you for retracting your message, Malati. Go ask as many doubts you like on Discord or Telegram. Hi Shilpa, how are you doing? You want to try this question out? Optimus, is this good? Aditya, Tushar? Yeah? Colorless means diamagnetic. Okay, all right. So out of these, fully filled to बस एक ही दिख रहा है यार. This should be the answer. खत्म. 15-20 second one, right? This is definitely not diamagnetic. Yeah. This one could be, let's see, could be, but no, not really, right? Not really. Let's see the way these orbitals split, right? Colorless means diamagnetic, and that means that this is the splitting. Okay, T2G and EG. Okay. So in this case, 6 is good, but this is not, right? These are unpaired. So इसीलिए this is also gone. And this T2G4 and E2 is a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird because you've decided to put 4 in this. Okay. Or maybe you put 3 here and then you put 2 more here and then the next one goes here. And that's a little strange. Anyway, we already got the answer. We don't have to think about all of these. It's time about This is an easy question. Yeah. This is the answer right here. This is an easy one. You haven't studied? Okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. How about this one? Have you studied this? This is good. This is something that anybody who's done periodic table will be able to answer. Okay. Optimus, you've just gone to 12th, is it? Or are you 11th right now? The first to fifth ionization energies, actually, you can do this with just some basic ideas. Okay. You will see that there's a big jump happening, and that's the hint. The first to fifth ionization energy of two p block elements X and Y are given below. The number of valence electrons in X and Y respectively are what? Valence electrons shell, right? K, L, M, जो भी है. इसमें shell में जो कितने electron है that can take part in bonding. Okay, that's what valence electrons are. Just started? Alright, just 12 started. Okay, I think you will solve this one then. How do you do this question? देखो, यहाँ तक energy ज़्यादा है, कम हो रही है, फिर बढ़ रही है, and then there's a huge, there's a 6 times, 5 to 6 times का jump है यहाँ पे, which means कि perhaps after you remove 3 electrons here, if you do after removing 3 electrons, you get a noble gas configuration. Okay, that's what it looks like here. Similarly, इधर क्या हो रहा है? देखो, यहाँ पे till 4 it's good, and there's a massive jump, yeah, times 4. Till here you were increasing by 10, 20 electron volts, and then there's a jump of 120 electron volts. तो 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालने के बाद नोबल गैस बन रही है. And look at that. With that you get the answer right then and there, right? You remove 3 electrons, you get noble gas. You remove 4 electrons, you get noble gas, which means the number of valence electrons are 3 and 4. That's it. That's it. A nice question. I like this question. इस टाइप के सवाल आने चाहिए जेई मेन में. Not the kind of I was really disappointed with JEE main questions this time. I don't know. It was not fun at all to solve that paper. I like solving this paper. It was nice paper. कम सवाल है इसमें. I understand सिर्फ 17 सवाल हैं. इसमें कितने? 15 सवाल थे. I think 15 questions. But they were interesting questions. This is an interesting question. Easy to do, but you've got to think a little bit. Yeah. 66. Interesting. Could be 66 to 18. हाँ, हो सकता है कि 66 could be half filled. हाँ, maybe, why not? Maybe, yeah, sure. We can look up those numbers actually if we have some time. You know what, Optimus? Why don't you do this? Go to ptable.com, right? I'll give you the link right there, and see which one it could be. You can literally just go there. Or that did not become a clickable link. HTTPS. Yeah. Click on that in your free time. You can see first, second, third ionization energies. You can even identify which element it is. All right, great. Which of the following expressions represents the hydrogen atom wave function? Oof, lovely question. I absolutely love this question because if you know the basics, you will do it in 15, maximum 20 seconds. But if you have not done the basics and you just mug this, then bhai, bahut mushkil hogi. You will be like, oh bro, quantum stuff, let's run away. But this is very doable, extremely doable. Okay. Psi of r, psi as a function of r का figure यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. R is the distance of the electron from the nucleus and A naught is the constant. By the way, psi versus r, this has no physical meaning. Why do we study this graph then? Well, I'll tell you why we study this graph. I'll tell you very clearly. Psi square, which is what? Probability density. It has some meaning. This into volume, 4 pi r squared dr, and then integrate. This is the most meaningful thing. This gives you probability. I am in fact teaching you guys atomic structure. Saturday ko ek class hogi, Tuesday ko also class hogi. We'll do all of this there. Unknown, welcome back. आज बोलने क्या फायदा है? 9th को तो एग्जाम है उनका. आज बोलोगे नहीं दोगे तो वो लोग नहीं देंगे क्या? Nodes, yes, Optimus. Nodes, exactly. That's the main idea here. So it's trying to tell you that, okay, which of the following represents the hydrogen atom wave function? Okay. Cool. कैसे किया जाए? In this function, wave function, it is very clear there is just one node. One node मतलब क्या? मतलब कि psi is equal to 0 in just one point. It just, this equation has one solution. ठीक है? This is the maths part I was telling you about. One node. This thing going to infinity is not a node. Okay, that is just an exponential decay function. E power minus x finally भाई वो चला जाएगा. Okay, it will finally reach infinity. So don't worry about that. That is this e power minus r by 2a naught. Okay, or 3a naught or whatever. That is the exponentially going to 0. धीरे धीरे 0 तक जाएगा. That's not important. Okay. What is important? That one node. One node मतलब one solution. Now, out of all of these, which one do you think gives one solution? Unknown. Answer बताओगे या टाइम पास करने आए हो? Optimus, what do you think about this one? What do you think about this one? After giving you that input, क्या हो सकता है आपके हिसाब से? IIT मुश्किल एग्जाम तो है, कॉलेज में पढ़ाई भी करनी पड़ेगी. By the way, Unknown, आपको किस कॉलेज में लगता है कि पढ़ाई नहीं करनी पड़ेगी भाई साहब? Tell me please. कॉलेज में हर जगह पढ़ाई करनी पड़ती है. कॉलेज में पढ़ाई नहीं करनी है तो कॉलेज क्यों जा रहे हो? Really, that's the only way college me. Yes, great answer, Optimus. Absolutely right. Good job. Why am I agreeing with him? It's one node, yeah, radial node. We are drawing the radial probability function. So this is a radial node specifically. Anyway, one node, because only here do you get, and you can also find out where exactly that node is, right? You can say, ki, oh, 2 minus r by a naught equal to 0. Hence, r is equal to 2a naught. That's it. That's the node. That's where the node is going to be at. Okay. All right. Because this function can be 0 only if this thing is 0. ये is a quadratic equation. Yeah, this is a quadratic equation. So इसमें आपको maybe you'll get two solutions. I don't know if those solutions are real or not. We'll have to see. अगर ये solution असली है, असली नहीं मतलब real complex, right? That's what I mean by that. But looks like it's a quadratic equation. So it's either going to have two complex roots or two real roots. It's not possible to have one real and one unreal root. ठीक है. So most likely the answer is A, unless this one gives you some weird answer where one is positive, one is negative, you ditch the negative one. But we're going to ignore that. We're going to go with the most obvious thing, which is A to be the answer. That's it. That's the idea about this. Here, there are no nodes in these equations. Okay. No nodes, yeah, it's possible. Now, if I have, say, 2s, not 2s, let's say I have 1s. Okay. 1s may I'll have no nodes. Okay. What about 2p? Same thing. 2 minus 1 minus 1, no node. 3d, no nodes. You see, there are many possibilities जहाँ पे no nodes are possible. So don't get weirded out by ये no nodes का क्या है. ठीक है? Cool. All right. Do things from first principles. And this one is very doable. This one's from NCRT/exemplar, right? If you're wondering why are question numbers skipping, yeah, I'm on question 6, but there's a fourth question I'm solving with you, I think. Because बीच में वो वाले जो थे जो आपके syllabus में भी नहीं है, जो 24 में नहीं पूछे जाएंगे, right? Unless they change the syllabus again, in which case I'll do the ones that I skipped with you once they do that. Which of the following molecules are aromatic? ये कोई भी कर सकता है. Unknown 12th में है तो ये सब तो आप कर सकते हो. Aromaticity you can do. Yes. Oh, is it? Optimus, but that does not work. R equal to 0. Achha, very interesting. That's not a node though. Let's look at what Optimus is saying. Optimus is saying R has a single solution at R equal to 0. What that means, that's not a node. That's important. Okay, great observation, Optimus. It's a lovely observation. Optimus says that C has a single solution, but at R equal to 0. You don't count that as a node. Okay, at this point, R equal to 0 means that this is almost definitely 2p, right? Or 3d. That's where R is going to be equal to 0. Yeah, that's going to be a nodal plane. Okay, not a radial node. That's a great one. That's a great one. Yes, it would have. Yeah, I love the attention to detail, and that's what you've got to do. It's okay, right? जब सीख रहे हो, when you're in the learning mode ना, decimate the question. उसको इतना ठीक से पढ़ो कि you know everything about the question that is being asked. Okay, that's a good job that you did there. Thanks for bringing it up. All right. Unknown. YouTube पे देखा है कि IIT की लाइव चिल होती है. I'm not going to say anything to that. ठीक है. I feel that is a bait. तुम चिल कभी भी कर सकते हो यार. If you want to chill in life, college क्यों जाना है? Chill करो, college मत जाओ. Why do you want to go to college to chill? Which of the following molecules are aromatic? How do you figure out aromaticity? There's a rule, no? There's like a 4n plus 2 pi electron अगर हो गए, तो you don't need these options. Option not important. And 11th, दोनों हो सकते हैं, ठीक है? एक और unknown आ रहा है टाइम पास करने के लिए. This guy goes into a timeout. You make me do teacher things which I hate doing. But ठीक है, अब हरकतें ऐसे करते तो करना पड़ता है. Unknown, the first guy. You were in 12th, you should be able to solve this. Optimus, you use well. Answer to this is going to be C, Huckel's rule. But lone pair needs to be considered. I like that. Answer C. C में क्या था? C बोल रहा था M and O only. देखते हैं. M and O only. Okay. Okay. Good attempt, Optimus. Good attempt. 6 pi electrons. This is all right. But इसमें दो और electrons हैं, but they're not in plane. Okay. There are 2 more electrons over here, but they're not in plane, so it's okay. Okay, the lone pair is out of plane. What about N? M है या दूसरा अननोन आ गया ना, उसको तुरंत भगा दिया बिकॉज टाइम पास कर रहा था आदमी. अननोन एक ही है हमारे लिए, एक वेरिएबल है, एक इक्वेशन है. रश्मिता, दिस इज फॉर एनीबॉडी हु वांट्स टू solve awesome questions. Rashmita, if you can see the title of the video, the focus is IAT के PYQs जो एग्जाम है 9th को. So अगर आपका एग्जाम 9th को और आपने ये सब नहीं किया है, this is most relevant to you. But ठीक है, अगर आप next year भी देना चाहते हैं, if you want to solve some awesome questions, this is a great exam. ISERs, IITs, and etc. etc. All right. Now in this one, what is this NH plus? It's maybe 6 pi electrons है. What is this NH plus? मतलब इसमें lone pair है ही नहीं. There is no lone pair, right? इसमें electrons थे, but let me draw it elsewhere. So this is, you don't have a doubt over here as to क्या हुआ इधर. All right. There were electrons here, but H plus के साथ interact करके, now there's a bond here. Since there's a bond being formed, this guy gets the plus charge. Okay, those electrons jump around, round and round. You know how it works, right? So hence this gets a plus charge. Ugh. Yeah. Very basic stuff. You're like, why are you doing this? Because some people don't know these things. Okay. Hence, karna padta hai. Okay. What about this? Here, I have got a couple of electrons, but they're in plane. So M and O are definitely correct. What about P? Why not P? Why would P not be, क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Why would P not be aromatic? Thank you, Optimus. Yeah, yeah, but it's cool. It's easy marks, so it's good to revise it maybe before the exam. Yeah, here again, just like N, the lone pair is lost. But look at N. N still has 6 electrons. एक बात बताओ, Optimus. Why didn't we count N as 6 electrons? It has 6 electrons, right? 2, 2, and 2. हमने N को क्यों नहीं count किया, Optimus? You said M and O. Why not N? मुझे तो N भी सही लग रहा है ना? It has 6 pi electrons. Here, the lone pair is not there, so it is not. It's got only 4 pi electrons. Okay, lone pair is not there because the same thing. So, इसमें lone pair था, it was out of plane in this. In this, there is no lone pair, but it doesn't matter. It still has 6 electrons. Yeah. So I feel it should be M and O. It should be all three of them. This is my analysis. What do you think, of course? Rashmita, unknown bhai, नहीं दे रहा आंसर आपको unknown. What do you guys think about this? Good? We good? Shall we move on? Yeah, doable, right? Exactly. That's a good logic there. Yeah, exactly. Which of the following are aryl bromides? This is easy. This is superbly easy. Yeah. Aryl bromide कौन सा है? Oh, I said superbly easy, but what is this? There's a 5-membered ring. I think we should cross this one out, right? This is not it. We should cross out M. If you cross out M, first option गया. This looks like it's aromatic. This one is, so it's N and P. You don't have to think about this one. This is C. This is a 10-second question. 10-second question, right? But still, you at least need to know what is an aryl thing. You can't call this aryl, guys. It's connected to the methyl group. Okay, and this is obviously not aromatic. So, yeah, cool. If you want to go the proper way, sp2 carbon में जहाँ पे Br लगा होगा, that's where you would look at. Yeah? If the bromine is on the sp2 carbon, is what you look at. These are sp3 carbons. These are both sp3 carbons. Okay, so you don't look at them. You don't have to do all of that. This is an easy one. Let's go with N and P, which is option C. Yeah, let's go on. Let's go on. Sorry. Okay. All right. नहीं पढ़ी है? अच्छा. नहीं पढ़ रहा है. ठीक है. कोई नहीं भाई. करो chill आप. Benzamide is treated with ये वाला थोड़ा benzamide. Yeah? This is the end of 12th. So if the 11th standard students here, they may find it to be a little bit tricky. But don't worry, I'll tell you. Right? The good thing in JE is that you can hack your way through it. आप जबरदस्ती अगर बस PYQs करो last 10 years के, you will know the chapter. I'm not even kidding. Benzamide is treated with bromine and NaOH to form the product X. This is a famous reaction, okay, which is then react with NaNO2 HCl at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. Again, another famous reaction to form Y. Y is immediately treated with ethanol to give Z. What is Z? This is a little weird. Ethanol. What does ethanol do? Well, ethanol is a solvent. It could also be acidic. It would give H plus. It would also give OH minus. अजीब चीज ethanol. लेकिन ethanol क्या करता है? पहला step is called the Hoffman bromamide reaction. You've got an amide, okay. Benzamide होता क्या है? The reason why this question becomes a little tricky and may seem like बहुत मग करना पड़ेगा कि what on earth is benzamide? This is benzamide, okay. You've got a benzene ring and you've got CONH2 attached to it. Hoffman bromamide reaction में होता क्या है? You start with RCONH2 and you get RNH2. If you want to just remember it, this is what happens. There is an isocyanide step and all of that. There are things that happen. If you want to see the proper इसका क्या बोलते हैं animation of how things work and how what the reaction mechanism is, go to the site, download the app, वहाँ पे देखो आराम से. I've also done this multiple times. I'm not going to do it right now because we're doing a PYQ session. Okay, but yeah, there is an isocyanide step involved. You can also go to the Byju's app and check it out. I've done this on multiple sessions before. You can check out the amines ka session if you want, right? Amines ka jo revision session है उसमें ये सब किया हुआ है. Okay, but the broad idea, the quick thing to do is the moment you see this becomes RCONH2 becomes RNH2. Okay, that is X. Then it's reacted with NaNO2 and HCl. So in situ, what you are doing is you are forming HNO2. What does that do? That gives you the nitrosyl ion. And then what does that do? Oh, you may think it may look like you are going to maybe add NO2, but no, that's not what is happening. You're not going to add NO2, okay? Please don't do this. 0 to 5 degrees Celsius diya hua hai. If you had a nitrating mixture, if you had H2SO4 and HNO3, then you would be adding NO2, okay? Here we're not doing that. It is just going to form a diazo thingy, okay? N2 plus Cl is what you get over here, okay? And this leaves. Ethanol just makes it leave and you get benzene back here. That's it. Benzene, yeah, exactly, Optimus. Good job, bro. Yeah, exactly, Optimus. See, that is a smart thing to do. In a lot of questions, even in JEE, you don't have to look at all the steps. JEE Advanced में देखना पड़ता है. JEE Main में you can skip a few steps and still get to the answer. Even in Nest, you can scam your way through organic sometimes like this. Yeah, if you know कि पहला वाला समझ नहीं आ रहा, but दूसरा तीसरा से समझ आ रहा, you can figure out the answer. Good job, Optimus. Smart way of doing this. All right. Proof that somebody who's just gone in 12th and doesn't know this properly, फिर भी वो कर सकता है. Okay, one more. In this reaction sequence, the major products M, N, and O respectively are what? If you look at the options, when we'll do that, it looks like it is saying कि पहले जो NaOH और MEI होता है, what does that happen? It can do one of two things. It can either give you this, or it can give you R is a very bad thing to be writing here. I'll tell you why it's a bad thing to be writing. Or it can give you this. These are the two options for the first thing, which is M. Okay. N का क्या है? N में लग रहा है कि there are all keto groups being added, but it is either being added in the para position or the ortho position. Keto groups being added. Okay. Yeah, this is Friedel-Crafts acylation, right? You see that, you know this. You know this from 11th grade already. This last step, NaOCl, what do you think that is? Yeah? I know, man. Teachers really can make your life or break it. Like अगर frequency match कर गई तो बहुत बढ़िया आता है. Frequency match नहीं की then you'll be like कि bro नहीं पढ़ना है मुझे subject, जाओ भाड़ में. That's possible. That happened to me in school. I decided not school and coaching. I decided मैं physics नहीं पढ़ूंगा. मेरी frequency match में. He was a great teacher, wonderful person, but मेरी frequency match में मैंने छोड़ दिया भाई. 11th का physics छोड़ दिया. But we are all immature like that at some point in time, right? So learn to study by yourselves. You don't depend on anybody. खुद पढ़ाई करो, है ना? Care, which you're doing already a lot of. So that's the second step. Okay, last step may looks like in all of these last steps, except this guy, what is happening is कि some O minus is happening Na plus. मतलब an acid ion like a conjugate base of the acid, yeah, that is being formed. Why would that happen? मतलब Na plus, this is going to split into Na plus and OCl minus. Let's see. देखते हैं. This may look scary, but actually it's very doable. Okay. The first thing, and this is what differentiates alcohols and phenols. Okay. NaOH डालो, there will be an acid-base reaction. Okay. NaOH behaves like a base. Okay. And this behaves like an acid. Yeah, it's a weak acid. pKa is around 10, but it behaves like an acid. It forms ONA. So what I have now is this phenoxy ion, which is very, very reactive. It's a strong base. Phenoxy is a decently good base. Look, okay, all right. So what do you have here? Yeah, अगर pKa 10 है, तो pKb of the conjugate acid on conjugate base, sorry, is going to be equal to 4. So it's a decently, yeah, you would still say weak base है, but ठीक है भाई, it's stronger than what you have. Alcohol से तो बेहतर ही है. No, actually, alcohol will be stronger bases, right? Because alcohol will have a pKa of say 25, which is ridiculously bad, and then there would be, yeah, I think that alcohol would make stronger bases. Anyway, the point is, यहाँ पे MEI is going to now break up with this way because this is a good leaving group. Okay, this is a good leaving group, and so you get Me plus, and this gets attached over here, which is crazy. So you get an ether right over here. That's the first step. Okay. And after you get an ether, उसके बाद तो काफी doable. This is very doable, right? This is going to be orthopara directing, and the deal is that orthopara directing होने के बावजूद भी, it's going to form a para product that's there right over here because ortho is going to be crowded. Ortho is going to be really crowded, right? Bagal mein is going to be quite crowded. So I'm going to go with the para product. The last step, which is NaOCl, this is called a haloform reaction. Haloform reaction, इसका क्या मतलब है? If you have a methyl ketone, you see the product that got formed. There is a methyl group over here. That's important. Okay, CH3 group next to a carbonyl group. Next to a carbonyl group is also important. Why? I'll show you the quick reaction mechanism of this one because this is really important. Asked in many places, right? So this is the same compound I've written OMEPH. This is phenyl group, and you've got this right here. Okay, this is the same as this. ये दोनों same है. इसके साथ I'm making it react with HOCl. What is HOCl? Boss, you got NaOCl. Okay, ये H है, इस H को निकाल देता है यार. ठीक है? This compound right here, not this one, sorry. This is the same as this compound right here. Okay, इसमें से H निकाल देता है and Na plus, you get Na plus, you get OCl minus. Now this OCl minus removes this H. ठीक है? Hence you get HOCl. Okay, great. What is next? Next is something interesting that happens. This guy doesn't want to be that way. Oxygen by negative charge is okay, but it would rather do this. And what you get is this awesome thing right here. So what you've got is यहाँ पे ये double bond break होके एक Cl add हो गया. Okay, great. Now this repeats 3 times basically. 3 बार ये जो ketone है ये बन जाता है double bond और फिर double bond के electrons आ जाते हैं. This happens 3 times, and where all those hydrogens are replaced with Cl3. So you get CCl3 minus. Okay, and this is why it's called the haloform reaction. You get chloroform at the end, and you need a methyl ketone to start with. This is a reaction mechanism which you need to know, which is really important, because if you have a methyl ketone, तभी तो 3 बार जो है Cl वहां पे जाएगा, and you get CHCl3 at the end. This is the answer. Okay, options wise you can see D is the only one that fits. Remember that this is the para position that you want to be looking at because of steric hindrance. All right, Ayush is saying thank you. You're welcome, I suppose. Yeah. ज़्यादा हो गया organic? If you've done 12th, this is relevant to you. 12th खत्म कर चुके हैं, but वैसे स्टूडेंट अभी क्यों होंगे? और 12th खत्म करते हैं वो लोग चिल कर रहे हैं लाइफ में. बहुत कम एग्जाम लोगों के बचे हैं, पर ठीक है. Maybe there's some people repeating exams. It'll help you. एक साल बाद देखोगे, it'll help you. अगर कल एग्जाम है तो जरूर हेल्प करेगा. परसों एग्जाम है 9th को है. Okay, this one कोई भी कर सकता है. 11th grader भी कर सकता है ये. Student who's gone to 12th, not 11th grader. The major product P of the following reaction is what? I've got, interestingly, a phenyl group, a benzyl group, right? Not benzyl, sorry. I've got a ring. I've got a benzene ring. After which, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I've got an isopentyl group. Yeah, pentene, isopentene group. Yeah, benzyl. अरे मैंने गलती से benzyl बोल दिया तो तुमने पकड़ लिया. Good job. Yes, Optimus. I was thinking of the answer. And the point is, look, why is Optimus sure about C? Because HBr जो है, what's it going to do? It's going to split up H plus and Br minus. But when will it do that? It will do that if and only if these electrons decide to, mess with this guy and take it away. Okay. So now, once they do that, where will the plus charge go? Will it go here or will it go here? There are 2 places the plus charge can go, right? Will it go here or here? Yeah. The reason why the plus charge goes here is more stable because, as Optimus says, benzylic carbocation. Okay. Benzylic matlab it's right next to the phenyl ring, so it's resonance stabilized. So this is a lot more stable. Once you get that, then sure, bromine is going to come and attack that itself, and hence this should be the answer. Option C should be the answer. Good job on that one. Yeah, 30-second question. 30-second question if you know what's happening. All right, अगला सवाल देखते हैं. Finally, some physical chemistry. And इतना लंबा सा electrochemistry किया है क्या किसी ने? Anybody in the chat who's done electrochemistry? An aqueous solution contains 1 molar H2 plus and 0.001 molar Y2 plus ions at 25 degrees Celsius. They don't interact with each other, these ions. This is put in an electrolytic cell, and the voltage is gradually increased, maybe through some sort of a dial. धीरे-धीरे increase किया गया है till the current begins to flow. Beautiful idea. Why? Because that's the idea, right? If you have a non-spontaneous reaction, to make it spontaneous, you have to keep applying a voltage that is just equal to make the current flow. Just a little bit more than what these reduction potentials would be. Okay. Now see, reduction potential at 0.35 volts or 0.4 volts. There are 2 of them, right? There are 2 reduction potentials given over here. So I need to apply a voltage of at least 0.35 volts, just 0.35001 volt for the current to flow, at least. Okay, that's fine. Is that dialogue fine? Even if you've done the basics of physics, you'll understand this, right? Okay. What is the composition of the material deposited on the cathode? And दोनों का masses दिया हुआ है भाई साहब. तो बहुत मुश्किल सवाल लग रहा है. क्या करें? What do we do here? This is very difficult or what? Okay, just removing all of this. Current flows, right? Current just starts to flow. Just. That's what happens. What is the composition of material deposit? What do you think? Any inputs on this? क्या लगता है आपको? Any inputs on this one? मुश्किल लग रहा है क्या ये वाला? कर लोगे? Optimus, good idea, but do you need to do that? If करने की जरूरत है कि नहीं Optimus? That's a good way of thinking, but do you really need to do that? The options make it look like करना पड़ेगा. देखो, अगर मैं ये बोलता इंस्टेड ऑफ दिस वोल्टेज नॉनसेंस, आई वुड से कि बॉस देयर इज 5 एम्पियर ऑफ करंट फ्लोइंग. इफ आई सेड दैट, देन यू वुड हैव टू से हाँ ठीक है, देन यू वुड यूज फैराडेज लॉ फॉर श्योर. देन यू वुड से कि अच्छा मे बी अगर ये सीरीज में कनेक्टेड है तो करंट अलग अलग होगा, अगर पैरेलल में कनेक्टेड है तो करंट सेम होगा, तो उसके मासेस अलग अलग होंगे. पैरेलल में कनेक्टेड है ये सब सोच सकते हो, but that is not what is being said. It is saying that the voltage is increased till current just starts to flow, which means what is the voltage? Maybe 0.350001. Assume some random voltage, which means this is not going to deposit. It needs at least 0.40 volt to deposit. That's the idea. So answer is going to be only Y. Sorry, only X, right? Only X. Because you've given it just enough potential difference for current to start flowing. From this, looks like 0.35 se thoda zyada should be enough, which means this is the voltage, little bit more than 0.35. That's the voltage. So only X gets deposited. Y doesn't get deposited. Okay. All right. Where would you use Faraday's law of equivalence? If I told you कि parallel hai, yeah, these are my two cells and the current flowing is X ampere, then I'd say कि हाँ ठीक है, then I can say कितना mass होगा Faraday's law of equivalence सब कर सकते हो, but अभी ऐसा है, it's not what's happening. Cool, funky question, interesting question. One more interesting question. These guys I like the questions they are framing. ये वाला कर लोगे. This is from KPKC, right? Rashmita, are you here? 11th or 12th? You can do this. 11th के भी कर सकते हैं. For the reaction involving ideal gases, A plus 2B giving you 2C plus 3D, which of the following plots is qualitatively correct? Kp and Kc equilibrium constants, pressure and concentration वाले. T is the absolute temperature. ठीक है, cool. How do we do a question like this? Kp by Kc. इस ग्राफ का मतलब क्या है? समझ पा रहे हो क्या? There's a relationship between these two, right? Kp, I like this green, it's hard to read. Let's get this nice yellow back here. Kp equal to Kc RT per delta n, or is it the other way around? Is it Kc equal to Kp RT per delta n? Which one is it? Is it 1 or 2? कौन सा है? Which it always bugs you, right? कौन सा सही है? This is how I remember it. PV equal to nRT. Okay, so pressure equal to N by V into RT. मतलब, hence you say Kp is Kc RT power delta N. This is how you remember it. What is N by V? N by V is concentration. That's it. We've literally just done the derivation of this thing, boss. है ना? Yes, Optimus on target. बिल्कुल सही बोला भाई. Yes. You guys see what Optimus said in the chat? Kp by Kc is RT per delta N. Delta N is greater than 0. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus 2 is 5 minus 3 is 2. So this is going to be a quadratic. I would say, yeah, this is a equation that, yeah, sure, quadratic makes sense, right? It's a parabola, right? Specifically speaking, this is going to be a parabola, right? That goes through the axis. So Kp by Kc is RT square. You only consider positive values. You don't worry about the mirror that is on the backward. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, sure. RT square, R is constant. So Kp by Kc is T square. Yeah, all right. Mohan ji, you good? Good job on figuring this out. Yeah, absolutely. Next one. This also you should be able to do if you're in 12th. Solutions chapter. You must have done solutions by now. 2 gram of naphthoic acid molecular weight is dissolved in 20 ml of benzene. That shows a freezing point depression of 2 Kelvin. 2 Kelvin. Okay. For benzene, the freezing point depression constant is given. And density भी दी है. Van 't Hoff factor निकालना है. Acid है. Okay, these are weird. What? These are bad options. What? These are ridiculous options. What is six? It's not a polymer. No, not a polymer. What is this? Not a polymer. This should be. I don't know what this is, but these are bad options. These are VOC. Matlab, looks like this guy dimerizes or something. Like it comes together, clumps together. इसलिए वेंटो फैक्टर एक से कम है. या नहीं होगा, नहीं होगा. Exactly. नहीं होगा. सही बोला आपने. I was just saying it's a parabola, Optimus. Yeah. So it's a mirrored around the y-axis. बस मैं मैथ्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बोल रहा था. ख्याली पुलाव हम लोग बना रहे थे. How do you do this question? Delta TF is IKF times M. सीधा साधा लग रहा है. करना क्या है? डेल्टा TF दिया है. दिया है. I निकालना है. M नहीं दिया है. KF दिया है. M कैसे निकालोगे? Molality. What is M? Mole solute divided by mass solvent kilogram में. Right? So we don't have these things directly, but I have mass, I have molar mass, so I can get moles. Okay, so now we have mole solute. What about mass solvent? How do we get that? I have volume and I have density. So density into volume should give me mass. So I have this as well, but I have mass in gram. Divide by 1000 to get mass in kilogram. That's it. All values exactly. Tejas. What about NEET students? आप बताइए. Anything you want to talk about outside of what I'm discussing? Feel free. Discussion के लिए तो groups बनाए हैं. Go to the bento link, join the Discord channel, have open discussions. Can we do this? Please try solving this. Shouldn't take too much time. Mohan, are you trying this out as well? We will do this. So the deal here is just being careful about numbers. I see how someone will get a stupid number like 600. अगर आप, for some reason, if you decide to leave it like this and you don't divide by 1000, that's when you're going to be completely messed up. You get a stupid number, right? And you will report it also. So I see now why they gave those first in the last option. अगर कोई जल्दी जल्दी में कर ले without thinking of what the I values, it's a good question actually सोचा जाए तो. ये सब करने के बाद कैंसिलिंग करना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है. This is how you do this, right? 17 है 17 है, make it 17 square. 2 and 2 gets cancelled out, so make it 17 square divided by 5000. What is 17 square? थोड़ा मग किया होगा ना. नहीं किया तो कर लो यार, कैलकुलेट. 49, 7 7 का 49, फिर एक जीरो डालो. देन ये गलत किया मैंने, कुछ तो गलत किया है. नहीं सही है ना. 49, आई फॉरगॉट मल्टीप्लिकेशन, दैट्स ब्यूटीफुल. एंड 17 क्या हो जाता है? This is such a brilliantly bad way of doing this. Oh my god, it is not this. What did I do? Is it 219? No, it's 116. What have I done? Jeez, bro. That is some different level of amazingness. 707. Oh god. Yeah. 289. See, I forgot how to multiply. Isn't that brilliant? Yeah. Thank you. 17 into 7, not 7 into 7. Yeah. I know, right? I was like, hold on, मैं कुछ गलत कर रहा हूँ. That's what happens when you get, dependent on a calculator. Ronak ji, please try it out. So 289 is 17 square. All right. 289 by 500 is approximately 0.6. 0.6, right? So that should be the answer, 0.6. Now I see how you're getting 605. अगर आपने यहाँ पे 1000 नहीं किया, if you did not do this 1000 this thing, okay. Basically, why am I multiplying 1000? Because this is in grams, man. And the thing for molality is mass, denominator by the way, of solvent in kilograms. So please don't mug random things. ध्यान से करो. Take care of units, they'll take care of you. Answer is this. Hello. फिर से रौनक जी, आपको भी hello. Identify the correct order of the molecules with respect to the magnitude of the dipole moment. Dipole moment. Can we do that? Yeah? Dipole moment should be very doable. Very doable. What do you think? You know how I know there's a spammer? The account is created on the same day as we are doing the video. And hence it's a spammer. और बनाओ अकाउंट, हम हैं मच्छर को स्वॉट करने के लिए. Polynaphthanoic acid with 605 molecules forming a chain. No, it's not even. No, but that also does not make sense, no, Optimus, because they've given to you that the molecular weight is 172, right? It doesn't make sense. So you cannot mess it up. If you're marking 605, you deserve those negative marks. भाई क्या है ये, कुछ भी डाल दोगे फॉर्मूले में क्या? Good question with very weird options, but I'm sure people would have marked 605 and come. हाँ भाई, हमको तो सही आंसर मिला. Identify the correct order of molecules with respect to the magnitude of the dipole moments. Dipole moment. Dipole moment. Here's one idea. This is going to have zero dipole moment. Do you see that right away? Which means this should be the least, which means C should be the answer. Khatam. Yeah, right? What about the rest? We can solve the rest if you like. What? कर लेंगे. सबसे कम तो C ही है, right? Actually, you don't have to look at anything else. You can, if you want, C key, all right. Maybe the fluorine guys at this angle is going to have a higher dipole moment than this, because what does dipole moment depend on? Usually, you say Q into D, right? Charge into distance, which is why you said you say HCl has a greater dipole moment than HF. Okay, although F is more electronegative. That was an exception to the rule. Okay, here it's still going to be this. Why? Because यहाँ पे H और F की bond की बात हो रही थी. यहाँ पे हम लोग benzyl group, phenyl group, NF की बात कर रहे हैं. So it doesn't play into this. Okay, here the distance is greater, all and charge B, etc., etc. So it works out. Ortho difluoro, yeah, exactly. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Exactly. That'll have the highest one. Absolutely. Cool. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, we're done. Woohoo! How about we do 21 now? You guys want to do 21? Yeah, good. We have time. Let's take a 2-minute break, get some water, be right back, and I'll open up. Let me keep everything here. Let me open up the next file. I had to divide this into 2 files, because एक file में 200 images, just images नहीं, क्या बोलते हैं इसको, slides was just not flying. It's a pretty decent machine here, but I guess PowerPoint is not made to handle 200 slides. I guess PowerPoint, what do you do? PowerPoint, not that powerful, is it? Yeah, that was my very bad American accent. Here you go. Hold on. I'm gonna put a nice fluorescent thing on your screen. Give me like a 5 seconds. Yeah, this is. Be right back in 2 minutes. जितनी देर में मैगी नहीं बनता है, but हम वापस आ जाएंगे in 2 minutes. All right, take a break, get some water, get a washroom break, and we'll be right back. Maybe we'll take another half an hour, 40 minutes to do this. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Hello. Ah, what's happening? Let's look at the first question from 2021. F ये भारी सवाल है. FPCl bond angles in most stable structure of PF3Cl2 is what? PF3Cl2. Have you even heard of this? इसके बारे में सुना है क्या आपने? And I understand that when questions become tougher, things become a little bit hairy. I completely get that. Yeah, that's all right. होता है, होता है, होता है. But tell me, have you seen this sort of a thing ever in your life? It's not there in JDL as well. So I feel that this is a very weird question for them to ask. I know coaching में ये सब पढ़ाते हैं, breadfruit and all that, but I feel this question is a little bit hard. And looks like 2021 paper was significantly harder than 2022. Yeah. So, but let's see how to do this. PF3Cl2 का क्या होगा structure? So this how it would be, right? It's going to form 5 bonds. Where are you going to place Cl and where are you going to place fluorine? That's the big question. Now things here become interesting. F is more electronegative than Cl, right? Okay, that part's okay. Let's look at this as sp2 and say Pd. Whoa, this is sp3d, right? Hybridization is key. That part's okay. So let me say that जो equatorial part है, let's say theoretically that's sp2 और जो axial part है that is pd. So theoretically again this has little or basically no s character, and hence the more electronegative element will go there. Okay, so F is going to be on both of them. I know there's a bit too much theory. If you've studied, great. If you haven't studied, you're like, boss, leave this question. That's what I would say. Okay, there's less S character जहाँ पे होगा वहाँ पे F जाएगा. This is what is called Brett's rule and all of that. I'm not a fan of teaching a lot of extra stuff. Is it Brett with a T or a D? Anyway, figure it out. I'm not a fan of teaching extra stuff that is way beyond, above and beyond even readily. But ठीक है, if they ask this question, this you needed to know this to do this. After you got this, you can figure out the FPCL angle. FPCL angle is going to be either 90 degrees or 120 degrees. देखो, if it's in plane, it is 90 degrees. If it's out of plane, if it's in plane, it's 120 degrees. Right? Triangles के बीच में, central point and all of that. Say the क्या बोलते हैं? Equicenter, क्या बोलते हैं? Centroid, the center point of an equilateral triangle, whatever it's called. Yeah. And FPCL, that angle is 120 degrees. Out of plane में 90 degrees हो जाएगा. So you have answer to be 90 and 120 degrees. All right. Next question. Which of the following statements is incorrect about a complex of a divalent ion with atomic number 25? Okay, cool. Atomic number 25 matlab manganese. Okay. And looks like we're talking about multiple things here. Weak field ligands, tetrahedral. Weak field ligand, tetrahedral. So one of these two is wrong. Obviously, right? Maybe they could both be wrong, but one of these two is, looks like it could be wrong. Okay. Strong field ligand, octahedral. Weak field ligand, octahedral. Okay, cool. So what is Mn2 plus look like? Divalent matlab 2 plus. Mn2 plus, you know, right away is going to be 3d5, right? Because manganese itself is argon 3d5 4s2, right? So this is what it's going to be. Okay, 3d5. If it's 3d5, weak field ligand, whether it's octahedral or tetrahedral, both of these are correct. You want to see that? We can write that down if you want. Octahedral splitting में, yeah, T2G EG लिख लो, ठीक है? Weak field ligand में ये होगा. And Bohr magnetron में under root of 5 plus 2, which is going to be approximately going to be equal to 6. Right? This is something I've discussed in my general things with you guys already. Weak field ligand में you take what is this T2G EG उल्टा कर दो, ठीक है? T2 and E, but फिर it doesn't matter. It's still going to be the same. Okay. फिर वहां पे भी 5.73 हो जाएगा. So 5.92 होगा. In that case, this guy is wrong. This guy is wrong. 1.73 नहीं होगा. This is correct. This is correct. This also should be correct. Strong field octahedral में 1.72. Why would that be the case? Okay. Strong field. Okay. Okay. Which one do you think out of these is good? Complex with weak field. Weak field ligand and tetrahedral geometry is magnitude 1.73. No, this was the one that's wrong. Yeah, this is the one that's wrong. All right, cool. We have to figure out the incorrect one. Is this correct? Strong field at 1.73. Okay, strong field and 1.73. If I force pairing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've just got one electron in that case, right? So strong field में एक electron बचा, Sure, 1.73. Hence, that is correct. So option B is going to be incorrect. Let's move on to the next question out here. Yes, yes, absolutely, Aditya. Thank you for the answer. Thank you. बिल्कुल सही. NiCO4 क्यों diamagnetic है? Stuff. This is standard. But the reason why this question becomes a little hard is because you would say कि dude, it could be because of ये भी सही है, ये भी सही है, ये भी सही है, ये भी सही है. All of these four things are correct. But what is the reason behind it being diamagnetic? What do you think? चारों सही लग रहे हैं ना? अगर आपने इसको पढ़ा है, if this carbonyl group मतलब कि synergic bonding है, that part's right. I think I just got stung by something. Sure, it's like I'm pretty sure I got stung by some insect. It's hurting like a yeah. While you solve this question, I'm gonna go and get some borolane or something on my hand because it's starting to swell up a little bit. NiCO4 is diamagnetic because it has these four things. चारों चीजें सही हैं, but why is it diamagnetic? Think about it. I'm not taking a break. I'm waiting for you to solve the question while I go and put something on this. Funny things, huh? Funny day. I'll be right back. Thanks for the answer, Aditya. Yeah, there are no unpaired electrons present. बिल्कुल सही बोला. But that is because it has completely filled 3D orbital. Now, this is interesting. This part's interesting. I'll tell you how. It's supposed to be 3D 8 4s2. Okay. But the strong field ligand forces these electrons to go there. Okay. And hence, so is it DsP2 or is it sp3? Which one is it, by the way? कौन सा होगा ये? ये electrons अगर अंदर चले गए तो it becomes 3d10, right? If it becomes 3d10, it's going to be sp3. Oh, hold on. This is not square planar. It is sp3. Yeah, yeah. Are you okay with this? फिर ये क्या होता है? What is this other guy? NiCN4 2 minus. Oh, this is the sp2. Yeah. Why? This is obviously not square planar, sp3 है. ये वाला dsp2 है square planar होता है. क्यों? This is ni2 plus मतलब 3d8. मतलब 3d8 when with pairing has this sort of a thing. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This d, this s, and then 2 of p. Okay, awesome. All right, all right, all right. Next question. Next question. The correct order for the relative energies of following Sawhorse conformation was. This is very doable. This is like the basics of Sawhorse conformation. If the last one, if you guys have any doubts on the last one, let me know. But the main idea as to why it's diamagnetic is because it has 3d10. Okay, we're talking about NiCO4. This is not square planar. This is sp3, is tetrahedral. Synergic bonding है, CO strong field, वो सब सही है, but answers here. Okay. Sawhorse क्यों होता है? Sawhorse conformation में energy क्या होती है? I feel that some of these may be equivalent, right? But I see right away कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. देखो, these guys when they are opposite, this should be the least energy. When they're on the same side, the methyl group will be the highest energy. Yeah, you're talking about relative energy, right? So it should be 4 first and 1 the least. 4 first, 1 the least. Okay, so it's either A or B. Okay, what about 3 and 2? 3 and 2. Well, 3 on 2 will have the equivalent energy. It doesn't matter CH3 east side or outside. So I think it should be A. What do you guys think? Clearly, when you have the staggered or eclipsed form, right? So this is staggered eclipse. वो सब सुना है? Hi, Elastic G. Aditya also says A. All right. Great job, great job, great job. Yeah, the highest energy is this, the least energy is this, and these two are equal. Yeah, these two are equal. It doesn't matter क्या हो रहा है. And bro, borderline is awesome. I don't know what I got stung by. I just opened the window and like sharp pain. Funny things. Good job on everybody figuring out. Among the haloarenes 1 to 4, free promo for borderline. Borderline is great. Among the haloarenes 1 to 4 shown below, the correct order of reactivity for the substitution reaction with NaOH is what? Be careful here. ये substitution reaction with NaOH बोल रहा है. मतलब कि हम लोग किसी ना किसी हाइड्रोजन या क्लोरीन या OCH3 को निकाल के OH डालेंगे. Okay. Now, why would that happen? Substitution तब होगा जब this guy, the OH minus guy, has something positive to go on to, like you have to hold on to something positive in life, right? Positive matlab less electron density. This is what we have to look at. Agar electron density kam hogi, then this reaction is possible. Okay. So if the ring is being deactivated, that is good, very good. Ring deactivate kahan pe ho rahi hai? Chlorine sab jagah, theek hai, chlorine ignore kar do. Looks like 2 would be the best. 2 would be the best. And C would be the worst. I mean, like 4 would be the worst. So, looks like A और C के बीच में को decide करना पड़ेगा. जल्दी हो गया, I'll explain again. देखिए NaOH है. Wherever the electron density कम है, ये negative charge will go and attach itself to it, right? So, ring activating कौन सी है? This activates the ring. This deactivates it further. And the difference between 2 and 3 is 3 में meta position okay, but resonance का चक्कर only comes from ortho and para position. If you have done this properly, okay, you will know कि ortho para position पे रहने पे resonance matter करता है. ठीक है, इसलिए सबसे कम electron density होगी इसकी. This is going to pull away electrons the best. 2 will be the best, then 4 is the worst, and 3 will be better than 1. 3 will be better than 1 मतलब कि yes, this is definitely going to lower the electron density. Not as much as 3, but sure. So 2, 3, 1, 4. That is what I'm going with. 2, 3, 1, 4. Awesome. This is the answer. I don't know why they've given 3 to be equal to 1. I don't know. Maybe it's from data. Maybe वो लोग data से जानते हैं कि 3 is equal to 1 somehow. But I thought that maybe it would be this. But ठीक है, option में देखिए, this should be the right answer. All right, welcome Deboji ji. Next question. Let's keep it going. Elastic भाई साहब कुछ दोगे अब आप संयम. Why don't you try this question out of that? This one can be done. Like you have so many different things, but this gets a little complicated. Okay. These 4 options, I think most people are going to just skip this. कि भाई इतना कौन effort लगाएगा, right? This is practically a JEE advanced का सवाल. It looks like it's easy. You can do ठीक है PQRS. You can spend some time and figure out what they are. But after that, you sit and do all these other things. It is not hard. It is a little time taking, which means a lot of people will skip this question. But we'll do it. हम लोग करेंगे. PD BSO4. What does this do? BSO4 is great, but PD poisons it. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? The named reaction. नहीं याद आ रहा है. ये भी complicated है. Let's go easy. Let's go something that's very easy. Okay. I've got an alcohol with CrO3, it will become an aldehyde. Okay. And फिर ये reduce कर देगा. ये भाई सब चलो हमको नहीं चाहिए ऑक्सीजन कुछ नहीं सब हटा दो. That's what these 3 steps do. Okay. Q2P P2S is this right here जो मैंने बनाया है. ये वाला ठीक है. Do what is easy first. This is easy to do. Okay. Now we'll identify कि starting में क्या होता है. PdBSO4H2. That is Rosenmund reduction. Okay. इतना एफर्ट सिर्फ क्लोरीन को निकालने के लिए. ठीक है भाई निकाल देते हैं. Cool. Okay. All right. And is 134. 134 मतलब समझा नहीं मैं. Oh, the answers. You're saying answer 134. Okay. Let's see. हाँ मैंने आपको ऑप्शन दिखाए नहीं है. Okay. Identify correct. Let's see. देखते हैं. Okay. P and R. अगर P and R एडिशन प्रोडक्ट कब बनाएगा? अगर P and R में कीटो ग्रुप है, then it forms an addition product, right? It will form an N double bond and all of that. ये सब फॉर्म करेगा. ठीक है? That's possible. Okay. So let's see. Does P have a key? Yes. This is P, right? Aldehyde बन गया. फिर क्या करो? उस aldehyde में आप ऐड करो Grignard reagent. Everybody likes Grignard reagents. JEE, NEET, IAT, ने सबको Grignard reagents बहुत पसंद है. ठीक है. What happens here? This negative guy is going to go and attack this delta plus. This will go there. You've seen this hundreds of times. You will get a secondary alcohol. After you get this secondary alcohol, ये क्या बन गया? Secondary alcohol कहाँ बना? अच्छा, H plus डाला हमने. ठीक है. This is your product Q. Okay, awesome. So now Q is your secondary alcohol. P is your aldehyde. मैंने बोला था फिर क्या होगा? ये becomes ketone. Okay, and then ketone becomes a saturated compound again. What is this? This C4H10. ये butane बन गया. Okay, regular butane. This is correct. Last वाला Clemmensen reduction बोला जाता है. ठीक है. First one is correct, as you said. Absolute good work. Q has no chiral center. Q has a chiral center right over here. Yeah, Q has a chiral center. We'll point it out over here. तो ये सही है. Product Q, I mean, this is wrong. Q is wrong. Product R and S, R can undergo Cannizzaro reaction. What is Cannizzaro reaction? किसी को याद है क्या? Cannizzaro reaction में तो alpha hydrogen चाहिए. Aldol में you need alpha, right? Cannizzaro में no alpha. उल्टा बोला मैंने. Aldol में no alpha. Here you need alpha, right? Cannizzaro you need alpha. नहीं, I'm messing things up. Hold on. What is Cannizzaro? What is aldol? Aldol condensation में क्या होता है कि NaOH removes an alpha hydrogen. So here you need yes. Aldol में yes alpha, यहाँ पे no alpha. But look, R में alpha hydrogen तो है ना? R has alpha hydrogens. I have 3 here. I have so many alpha hydrogens. So there is no Cannizzaro reaction. इसलिए 3 नहीं होगा. ठीक है? 3 will not happen because there are alpha hydrogens. Has alpha hydrogens. Q, R, all of them have alpha hydrogens. S is hydrocarbon is good. Okay. So the correct options are 1 and 4 according to me. 1 and 4, मैंने आपको option दिखाई नहीं. I was a little cheap. अगर मैं option दिखाता, you would be able to guess it. C is the right answer. Yeah. Okay. Aditya, statement 1 is correct. Good job. Presence of nucleophilic carbon in P and R makes it capable of reacting electrolytic compounds such as HCN. Statement 2 is incorrect. Aditya is absolutely right. Statement 3 also is incorrect. Okay. Debojit, I hope you understand why statement 3 is incorrect. I know यार confusion हो जाता है, मुझे भी confusion हो गया था. But you remember, try and remember the mechanism. Aldol में क्या होता है कि अच्छा वो alpha hydrogen को निकालता है, hence you get a negative, and then that negative sign, that negative charge goes and attacks the positive part of the carbonyl group. It has delta positive, right? That's what aldol condensation होता है. Clemmensen में ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Clemmensen में नहीं चाहिए भाई, हमको alpha hydrogen चाहिए नहीं. Clemmensen, not Clemmensen, sorry. Cannizzaro does not need alpha hydrogen, but you have alpha hydrogen, so it will not happen. I feel like I've rubbed off the borderline all over my hands. All right. This seems like an extended borderline ad. It's not. I'm actually trying to solve IAT questions. The major product of the reaction of salicylaldehyde with one equivalent of MEMGBr, एक और Grignard reagent का question, followed by acid neutralization is what? Absolutely, Aditya. बिल्कुल सही. On fire. Bang, bang, bang. Cannizzaro reaction is a disproportionate reaction of an aldehyde in the presence of a strong base. Exactly. It gives you an acid and an alcohol. Reduction and oxidation. ये भी आएगा सवाल, ये भी आएगा, नेक्स्ट में आएगा, सब जगह आएगा. Salicylaldehyde होता क्या है? You need to know to start this. Okay. What is salicylaldehyde? This is salicylaldehyde. Okay. Okay. MEMGR. MEMGR can do two things here. This is very interesting. Normally, you would assume that MEMGR with negative charge will go and attack the keto group. But be careful. Be extremely careful here. Whew, this is very interesting. This could also remove this hydrogen and just become methane, right? MEH basically does this, become CH4. ये भी possible है. अब इन दोनों में कौन सा होगा? This is where things become interesting. The moment it has the option of doing this, it will do this. Why? Because this is an acid-base reaction. This second one is an acid-base reaction. This guy is good. It's a nice reaction, but nowhere close to this. Okay? Which is why the second reaction is what happens and not the first one. Very interesting. Hemimice is very strong base. Okay? So it would prefer to do this over go and attack. Because it's a strong base, it's able to go and work with ketos groups as well. But I would rather just take the hydrogen and be happy. Okay, from there. It would rather just do that. Okay. On doing so, it gives you this compound right here. Like, wait a minute. ये क्या हो रहा है? दाल में कुछ काला है. इसको मैं hydrolysis कर लूं. You get back the original compound, right? You get back the original compound. You get back salicylaldehyde. इसमें आप डालो ये, you will get back this. That's it. है ना? भूले नहीं हो, हाँ, तुम तो हीरो आदमी हो. Good job, Aditya. Good, you haven't forgotten. Okay, so this answer is going to be the same as the question, which is salicylaldehyde वापस मिल जा रहा है. Very, very evil question. Okay, very evil question. Because it'll make you think, this cannot be the answer. You can't get salicylaldehyde. You started with salicylaldehyde. But yeah, that's the answer. अगला वाला देखते हैं. The total number of stereoisomers present possible when you have this structure. अब ये देख के ना मुझे I have allergy to seeing structure like this. पहली चीज I will want to convert this to line diagram. That's easy for me to read. यार है क्या? What is this CH3 CH4? No, not good. Let's count number of carbon in the main chain. 6 है मेरे हिसाब से. 1 2 3 4 5 6. And there's a double bond between 4 and 5th carbon. Let's draw that first. ठीक है? 6 मैंने किए ड्रॉ. आप लोग भी बताओ. You also try. 6 मैंने ड्रॉ किए. Okay, double bond between 4 and 5. Okay, great. Now let me add the OH groups. OH group कहाँ थे? Second and third पे OH है. Okay, so let us add those two. ठीक है. Now let us see कि स्टीरियोआइसोमर्स कैसे होंगे. स्टीरियोआइसोमर्स दो टाइप के होंगे. एक तो कायरल सेंटर के कारण. दूसरे कितने? बिकॉज ऑफ सिस्ट्रांस आइसोमेरिज्म. सिस्ट्रांस आइसोमेरिज्म एग्जिस्ट? ऑफ कोर्स इट एग्जिस्ट. देखो, these are different groups on the sides of the double bond. Sure, एक तरफ हाइड्रोजन है but एक तरफ CH3 and एक तरफ different group. So you can get cis trans here as well. That's easy to spot. तो दो तो इसके हो गए. Okay, we'll keep that. You also have two stereo centers. Ooh, very cool, very cool, very cool. So basically, you have two stereo centers and you have cis trans. So let's just go with 2 cube, which is 8, should be the answer. Right? Right? There are two stereo centers, right, Aditya? तीसरा कहाँ पे है? There are two stereo centers and the third one is cis trans, right? I don't see the third stereo center. Or are you counting basically cis trans को भी आप you're counting it as stereo center and you're saying 2 cube? That's what I also did. Well, we did that as well, right? The answer should be 8. That's what I think. Next question. For a homogeneous reaction involving ideal gases, equilibrium constants are given. Kc, Kp. This is very similar to the 2022 में जो सवाल आया था, but 2022 में ज्यादा आसान सवाल आया था. This is also doable. Do the same thing. Kp by Kc करोगे equal to Kc RT par delta. Just use that. Try it out. Oh, but hold on. It is not that direct. ये करने के बाद और भी चीजें करनी पड़ी. Internal energy मांग रहे हैं भाई ये लोग. Internal energy, how is that going to happen? देखते हैं. First, I know I can take a hammer and write Kp equal to Kc RT par delta. I told you how to do this, right? P equal to this. Right? This is C. So this is how you mark the equation. Kp equal to Kc RT par delta. Are there more insects here than there were 10 minutes before? Nothing's flying around, right? Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. ये मैंने लिख लिया. But what do I do from here? Well, delta H is delta U plus Ng delta Ng RT. Okay. So if I get delta N from here and then I apply it here, then I will get, I have delta S, then I can get delta S. That's how you do this question. Please try this. मैंने सब चीज यहाँ पे लिख दी है. Take a minute, try this out. I'll give you a minute, Aditya and whoever else in the chat. Timer, 1 minute. You can do this. Let's go. कोशिश करिए, हो जाएगा. Yeah. If you just solve this, it's not rocket science. The reason मैंने R को 25/3 लिया. देखो, in IAT, you don't have to do numerical entry, which means बेझिझक use R as 25/3 when you have this unit. When you have 0.0821, use R as 1/12. Liter, atmosphere per mole, Kelvin, etc., etc. ठीक है? On doing this, life becomes very easy. This becomes 2.5. This becomes 2500. This also becomes 2500, which means that delta N is equal to 1, right? 2500 is equal to 25 part delta Ng, delta Ng is part 1. Okay, great. So delta U क्या होगा? Be careful here. ये kilojoule है. -18.4 10 power 3. Make sure you write this. Extremely important. Okay, to account for kilojoule. Bro, it's raining in Bangalore. I think it's raining. Sounds like rain. It's beautiful. Okay, then make sure sign आपका सही हो. Delta H is delta U plus NGRT, but when you write delta U, it becomes negative. Okay, be careful about this right here. That's it. Then you are done. So you get minus 18.4 minus 2.5, which becomes minus 20.9 kilojoule. That should be the answer. देखते हैं, देखते हैं. कहीं लिखा है क्या 20.9 minus 20.9? Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. प्रणाम जाट जी, कैसे हैं आप? Long time. Namaste, namaste. Pretty close, right? 20.89. We got 20.9 negative value. Awesome. Awesome. Couple of more questions to go. You'll be good. अरे वाह, ये वाला आसान क्वेश्चन है. द वन इन 2022 वाज स्लाइटली हार्डर, बट सी सेम टॉपिक से पूछा है, क्वांटम नंबर से पूछा है. गुड इवनिंग एडू एक्सप्रेस जी, प्लीज ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन आउट. वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. इफ यू जस्ट पॉपिंग इन राइट नाउ, राइट, बीच में से यू हैव नो कॉन्टेक्स्ट व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन, फिर भी ये सवाल कर सकते हो आप लोग, बिकॉज एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर इज नॉट दिस. The probability density of an electron in 1s orbital for an H atom is maximum where? And plus C, why is it important to atomic structure? Because modern physics may be easy marks both in chemistry and physics. Why would you skip it? Probability density. What is probability density? Psi, this is radial distribution curve. Psi square R, this is called probability density. Psi square R into volume, that is called probability. And there's a big difference between both of these. I'll talk about it for a second. But basically, yeah, the probability for s orbitals is maximum at the nucleus. For p orbitals, it's zero, right? Nodal plane p and d, it is zero at the nucleus. So nucleus should be the answer. Psi versus r ये होता है, तो psi square versus r also will be the same. But what about psi square r of r into volume? Ooh, what is volume? See, if you just do volume versus r, exponentially increase होगा. So you add both of these graphs, multiply them. You actually multiply them, right? Psi square into volume. What you get is a maxima somewhere around here, right? So this is what the graph looks like. Psi square dv integral of this versus r. You can check my atomic structure session out here, ठीक से किया हुआ है. And this is where you get r equal to a naught. Okay, radius होता है ना, कितना होता है radius? 52.9 picometers and all of that for ऐसा ही आता है, ठीक है. Anyway, आंसर इसका सिंपल है, न्यूक्लियस है. दिस इज द आंसर टू दिस वन. लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स इज, अरे गुड जॉब यार, एडू एक्सप्रेस एंड डेंजरस जी. अरे आशीर्वाद, आशीर्वाद नहीं, आशीर्वाद भगवान देते हैं, हम तो बस विनती करते हैं आपके लिए कि यू ऑलवेज ट्राई योर बेस्ट. व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स इज इनकरेक्ट? हाफ लाइफ ऑफ अ जीरो ऑर्डर रिएक्शन इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू द रेट कांस्टेंट. ओके, half life zero order reaction is proportional to initial concentration of reaction. अच्छा, half life first order reaction, अच्छा ठीक है, independent of initial concentration, half life first order is inversely proportional to rate constant. ठीक है, incorrect पकड़ना है हम लोग को. So let's see, let's write down. देखो, there are two forms of the equation. Okay, one form is the differential form, दूसरा है integrate form. उन्हीं दोनों फॉर्म को ये लोग चेक कर रहे हैं different options में. This is the differential form of the rate equation. Minus dA by dt is k, a power 0, which is the same as k, right? A power 0 is equal to 1. ठीक है? Okay. So from this, it looks like कुछ नहीं आ रहा है. पर हाफ लाइफ के हम लोग को निकालने के लिए, हाफ लाइफ के लिए we have to integrate this. So this is the integrated form of the differential of the rate equation. ठीक है? Here you have time. Because you have time, you can see that T half is inversely proportional to K and T half is proportional to A naught. ये दोनों चीजें यहाँ से आपको मिल रही हैं. Now look at this, incorrect निकालना है. Proportional to rate constant. ये वाला हो गया गलत, ये वाला हो गया सही. Zero order reaction is proportional to initial concentration reaction. We've just proved that. No rocket science. Great. A is the wrong answer. Just for fun, let us do first order also. First order में क्या है? This is again differential rate law, which you don't need, but you need it to go to integrated rate law. Minus dA by dt is Ka. Integrate karo, you get ln A naught by A is Kt. This is what you need over here. Half-life first order reaction is independent of initial concentration. Yes, देखो, K into T. Right, so T half is going to be equal to ln 2 by k, so it is not dependent on that, and half-life is inversely proportional to rate constant. Great, A is the incorrect answer. And oh my god, we are the last couple of questions now. All right, the time required for reducing 1 mole of MnO4 minus to N2 plus when a current of 2.5 angstrom is passed during electrolysis is what? भारी चीजें, हाँ, भारी चीजें. How do we do this one? इसको कैसे करें? How do we do this? First principles. Let's do some first principles. It may look like we are missing some information, but we are not. We can do this. We can do this. M equal to ZIT. What is Z? Z is electrochemical equivalent. इस पे भी सवाल आया था. अब देखो, ऐसा सवाल है IIT में, राइट? जेई में आया, what is electrochemical equivalent? It is, what is Z? It is electrical and chemical equivalent. Only electrical, only chemical equivalent. ऐसा सवाल आया था जेई में. क्या कर रहे हैं? क्या कर रहे हैं ये? Anyway, this is a nice question. Z is electrochemical equivalent, which is molar mass of manganese. Manganese है ना, हाँ. MnO4 minus, technically speaking, divided by 967,500 into N, which is what? N factor of this specific reaction, MnO4 minus giving you Mn2 plus, this reaction, which happens to be 5. Okay, 2.5 is the ampere, T is time, and यहाँ पे लिखा है. Okay, don't worry, कुछ नहीं करना अभी. Take it to the other side. Mass by molar mass, I've taken molar mass to the other side, is equal to 1 मतलब कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. 965,500, 5, 2.5 into T. What is this? This is mole, right? And you know that you've been given 1 mole, so this also becomes equal to 1. देखो, first principle करो, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. तो 1 mole now is going to be equal to this. Take stuff to the other side. You get that 9 to be a very, very large number. 19,000, थोड़ा ज़्यादा large नहीं हो गया? 0, 0, 2 times this, 30,100. हाँ, ठीक है. This is good. Divide this by 3600 seconds per hour, because एक घंटे में मेरे दोस्तों होते हैं 60 minutes into 60 seconds. Okay. Oh my god. All right, cool. Yeah. 60 minutes per hour into 60 seconds per minute. Minute gets cancelled out, hour goes away. You have 60 seconds per hour. Okay. All right, 3600 seconds per hour. That's how you get this quickly करने में. Divide this, you get 53.6 hours, which is the answer to this question right over here. Yes, बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल सही. Faraday's first law. Thank you, Edu Express. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, 53.6 hours. Actually, you can scratch out these because these are nonsense things. Microseconds and all are nonsense things. What is microsecond? Anyway, okay, this is how you do this question. Great question. It's a good question. I feel कि actual IIT में बहुत लोगों ने skip कर दिया इस सवाल को. Good question. This firmly last question is definitely a JEE advanced question. Just because थोड़ा सोचना पड़ता है. It's doable, but थोड़ा सोचना पड़ता है. Based on relative stabilities and barriers, which among the following schematic energy diagrams would best correspond to the reaction scheme shown below? Okay, K and K dash are similar magnitude. इसमें लिखा क्या है? Don't get scared by this. Saying कि x going to y is 4k and y going to x is 2k. इसका ये मतलब है कि x going to y is a faster reaction and y going to x backward reaction is slower reaction. मतलब क्या हुआ? Yeah, forward reaction in both of these cases is faster. इसका ये मतलब हुआ कि जो एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी है फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन की वो कम होगी, राइट? बिकॉज व्हाट इज के, राइट? इट्स लाइक सेइंग y इक्वल टू सम e पावर माइनस x, राइट? तो अगर यार जाहिर है अगर x की वैल्यू कम हुई देन y विल फॉल डाउन स्लोली, राइट? y का डिसेंट विल बी स्लोअर. ओके, सो k is a e power minus ea by rt. So अगर ea कम हुआ तो k will be high, which means that the forward reaction का ea is going to be lower than the backward reaction का ea. मैंने ये लिख दिया, it's not important. मैंने ऐसे लिख दिया, ऐसे टाइम पास से लिखा है, not important, this is not important. Okay, but knowing how to identify ea and eb, that is very important. Okay, how do you identify ea and eb? That is very important. कैसे करें ea और eb? देखो, फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन के लिए इन दिस ग्राफ, एक ग्राफ का एग्जांपल लेके बता रहा हूं, ठीक है? इस ग्राफ में, नॉट दिस कलर, डिफरेंट कलर. If you go to the threshold energy or the actuation energy, which is this, इन दोनों का difference from the product to the topmost point is the forward reaction. If you go from the reactants to this, it's going to be the backward reaction, backward का EAB. So this looks good, okay? EAF less than EAB, this is good. But look at that, just in the second one उल्टा हो गया, right? It's not very clear, and it's definitely not the case, right? EAF is greater than EAB for the second reaction. Hence, this is not the answer. Okay. तो दोनों जगह होना चाहिए यही चीज, इसीलिए ये वाला भी कट गया. And what is left is you have to check between these two. And look at this, it's beautiful, isn't it? Here, very clearly, EA forward is lower, and even over here, EA forward is lower. But जो तो यहां पे भी है, देखो EA forward lower है, यहां पे भी lower है. How do you decide between C and D? This is where things get interesting, right? Look at this. इस पे ध्यान से देखो. This is why it's an advanced का question. Because they have said that K and K dash are similar in magnitude. इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? मतलब कि K and K dash are similar in magnitude. So it is very छोटी सी बात है ये. But EA forward of the second reaction will be lower than EA forward of the first reaction, and that is there only in the last one. देखो यहाँ पे देखो, ध्यान से देखो. See here, it's a very small value here. This and this and this and this. Okay, so let's call this, if I call this 1 and if I call this 2, again, I'm only comparing forward reaction EAFs. Okay, this holds true for this. This is a smaller bump as compared to this. It's very obvious, clearly दिख रहा है. Hence, D should be the answer. So बारीकी से देखने वाली चीज, and they've kept this question right in the end. So it's a little complicated. It's a little complicated. Okay, but that's it. That's it. So if you or your friends are ever looking for IAT के solutions for 2022 or 2021, this is your one-stop shop. You can share this with your friends now or 10 साल बाद. This is it. This is the best solution you're going to find to this most detailed thing. Unless मेरा कोई awesome क्या बोलते हैं उसको successor decides to make a better video, then great, awesome. बट अभी तक तो मुझे इस पे अच्छा वीडियो मिला ही नहीं है, एंड स्पेशली इस क्वेश्चन का सॉल्यूशन वाज नॉट सैटिस्फैक्टरी. तो मैं सोचा चलो सारे कर लेते हैं. चलो, दैट वाज इट फ्रॉम मी फॉर टुडे, एंड वी हैव इन डिटेल डन व्हाट. ओह, हरे कृष्ण जाट जी, सॉरी आई मिस्ड योर कमेंट्स हियर. ऑलराइट. सो व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट इज ट्राई योर बेस्ट. अगर बाय चांस आपका एग्जाम संडे को है और आप ये वीडियो देख रहे हो, चिल करो यार लाइफ में, you'll be all right. And if you want to check out my sessions, my other content, there is a pinned comment over here. You can check it out, and do download the Aakash Byju's app. That's also the pinned comment. I'll see you around. Share this video with your friends if you liked it, and subscribe if you loved it. See you around. Bye. Good night. Saturday को मिलेंगे. We'll continue talking about atomic structure, and we'll also start electrochemistry. ठीक है? Bye bye. See you all. Good night. Have an awesome Thursday. Bye bye.